A 25-year-old German heiress with a 60 million euro trust fund is on the verge of securing a $22 million loan from New York City National Bank. The funds will fuel the execution of her ambitious project, an all-in-one, members-only art club, she'd call it ADF, the Anna Delvey Foundation, which would site at 281 Park Avenue at New South Manhattan. ADF will occupy a 6th-floor, 45,000 square feet building constructed in the late 19th century, a historic property of Abby Rosen, a German-American business tycoon. The Anna Delvey Foundation will be a dynamic private visual art center with a rotating array of pop-up shops, exhibitions, and installations, showcasing expertly curated collections from visionary artists. 2 floors will be dedicated to luxurious hotel rooms. There will be spaces for free restaurants, a German bakery, and small intimate lounges staffed by butlers. Her mantra is to build an exclusive clubs within a club atelier, catering to the world's top 1%. ADF will be a home away from home for its members, a sanctuary for those with refined taste, and a place where the filthy rich can indulge. But there was one big problem. It was all a lie. This spectacular project will unravel as a malicious plan concocted by a Russian wannabe socialite who posed as a German heiress with nefarious intentions to scam New York billionaires, banks, other financial institutions, and even those within her circle, including friends. However, this act has sparked an unusual reaction, and the why is so mysterious. You are now watching the crazy story of Anna Delvey, a cunning con artist who pulled off the world's most hyped and audacious criminal attempt. Anna Sorokin, better known as Anna Delvey, was born on the 23rd of January, 1991, in Russia. Her father started as a truck driver before climbing the ranks to become an executive at a transport company. Later, he launched his own HVAC business while her mother remained a housewife. It's fair to say Anna came from a middle-class family. At 16, she moved to Germany with her parents and younger brother, adjusting to a new life. She landed an internship at Purple magazine, a high-fashion publication that fueled her growing obsession with luxury and exclusivity. Anna's love for art ran deep, so much so that she occasionally painted herself. But Berlin felt too slow. She wanted more, so she moved to New York. A new guest strolled up to the concierge desk at 11 Howard, a high-end boutique hotel in Manhattan's Soho district. She slid a crisp $100 bill towards Neff, the hotel staff member working that day, and in a weird German accent announced that she'd be staying for a month in a deluxe suite which cost $400 a night. Over the next few weeks, she lingered by the concierge desk seeking advice on what she was about to build. Each visit came with another $100 tip. But Neff wasn't the only one benefiting. Hotel staff would practically compete to carry her shopping bags upstairs knowing they'd walk away with a hefty tip. Anna's confidence and effortless generosity made her seem unstoppable. Whenever she needed Neff's attention but saw a queue of customers ahead, she would count out bills until she got her way. Anna was determined to carve out her own space among the wealthy and influential. She envisioned something grand, an exclusive members-only arts club catering to the city's most powerful figures. It would be more than just a club. She spent her days attending lavish events, rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful, and hosting extravagant business dinners at places like Le Cuckoo, her favorite restaurant which was owned by 11 Howard. The bill was always signed to her room and never paid up front. Anna reached out to a realtor who pulled out his computer to search the list of buildings available for lease. She didn't hesitate. I want 281 Park. It was her dream location, but securing it wouldn't come cheap. After crunching the numbers, the estimate came in as $40 million in funding. For the daughter of a German billionaire, this was nothing more than a formality. The only problem was she didn't have access to her trust fund. Anna had an undeniable ability to captivate and convince people. With the right investors, her project could have become a reality, but that wasn't her plan. She didn't want anyone controlling her vision. She was only 25, yet she spoke as if she had already built an empire. And now, she had a better funding idea that is about to unravel the sweetest version of the story. One of Anna's financial connections pulled strings to introduce her to Andy Lance, a senior equity manager in New York. Lance facilitated introductions to major financial institutions, including City National Bank and Fortress Investment Group. He completed a client intake form checking yes to boxes, asking if his client had the financial means to repay any loans without embarrassing the firm. He explained that his client's assets were located outside the US, primarily held in trust with Union Bank of Switzerland and Germany, information that Anna had carefully fed him. When City National Bank requested a UBS statement for verification, Anna turned to her financier Peter Hennecke in Germany, who provided the necessary documents. While waiting for loan approval, Anna played her role flawlessly, and she moved effortlessly through New York's elite social circles, attending exclusive art events and dining alongside billionaires. To outsiders, she was a rising socialite, someone you would want to befriend. She knew the right people, During this time, Anna frequently invited her friend Neff to extravagant dinners. One evening, after indulging in a lavish meal, Anna presented her stack of credit cards to settle the bill. One by one, they were declined, with no other option. Neff, who had been diligently saving for her film project, stepped in to cover the bill, which was $286. For Anna, it was a trivial sum, but for Neff, it was significant. Yet the next day, Anna repaid her triple the amount, making her the only person Anna ever fully reimbursed. Meanwhile, at 11 Howard Hotel, Anna had no credit card on file. She had been staying under the assumption that she was a guest of A.B. Rosen, the hotel's owner whose building she had leased. Since she had extended her stay, the hotel agreed to accept a wire transfer. However, a month and a half passed. No payment had arrived. By then, she owed $30,000, including bills for meals at La Cuckoo. Yet she had another grand scheme in motion. This time, she set her sights on Blade, a luxury aviation company. At an event, she charmed the CEO Robert Wiesenthal into giving her his business card and convinced him that a wire transfer was forthcoming. Without hesitation, he approved a $35,000 private jet flight, granting Anna access to an exclusive jet to fly her to an event in Omaha where she claimed only prominent people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett would be present. Meanwhile, back at 11 Howard, the hotel manager got frustrated by the unpaid bills and ordered Anna's room password to be changed. A few days later, the hotel received a surprise alert. Anna had paid in full. Without delay, she checked out. Inspired by a post by Khloe Kardashian about her Moroccan La Mamounia trip, Anna decided she deserved the same luxury experience. She extended an invitation to her friends, urging Neff to quit her job and join her. Neff declined. Instead, Anna traveled with her friend Casey Duke, a renowned celebrity trainer in New York, Rachel Williams, a Vanity Fair photo editor, and a photographer who would be documenting behind the scenes of the creation process of the Anna Delvey Foundation. In Morocco, she booked a $7,000 per night riad at La Mamounia with private butlers. Their days were filled with morning massages, explorations, and lounging by the pool. 2 days in, the trainer fell ill with food poisoning and returned to New York early, an event she would later regard to as a gift from the universe. Then, the moment of reckoning arrived. When it came time to pay, Anna's credit cards were declined. With no way to cover the bill, the hotel staff grew aggressive. Desperate to avoid public humiliation, Rachel put her business card on file, believing it was just to be held down until Anna wired the funds like she had promised. The photographer who sensed something amiss urged Rachel to leave. Together, they fled back to New York, leaving Anna behind. Once home, Rachel received a debit alert and nearly collapsed. La Mamounia had charged $62,000 from her business card. Anna assured her the money would be wired back. Rachel pleaded and waited but only received $5,000. The incident nearly cost her job at Vanity Fair. Meanwhile, the Beekman Hotel and the W Hotel had filed fraud reports against her. News outlets exposed her with headlines like wannabe socialite and fake German heiress. Fortress Investment Group and City National Bank had both rejected her loan applications. Fortress had demanded a $100,000 deposit for due diligence. Anna convinced a banker at City National to extend her a credit line, which she then wired to Fortress. But before the loan could be finalized, City National requested an in-person verification of her assets. That was the end of the charade. Anna withdrew from the process and City National declined her request. Suspicion over Peter Henneke's documents had grown too strong. Realizing her act was failing, she sought funds elsewhere, approaching hedge funds, but no one was willing to lend $22 million to a lady in her mid-20s dressed like a baby doll. By April, Anna had deposited $160,000 in bad checks and withdrew $70,000 before the bank caught on. This was the money she had used to settle her bill at 11 Howard. She also sent fake wire receipts to those she had swindled. Her total debt was $275,000. In one last attempt, she deposited an $8,200 bad check for a last-minute escape to California. But this time, her luck ran out. She was arrested and extradited to New York. Rachel Williams turned her in and sold the story to Vanity Fair. She even wrote a book to cover her losses. Authorities launched a full-scale investigation. They uncovered Anna's real identity, Anna Sorokin, not Anna Delvey. Delvey wasn't her mother's maiden name as she had claimed. Further inquiries revealed the shocking truth. There was no Peter Henneke, no trust fund, no offshore assets. Anna had been running a German virtual SIM card she bought on iTunes and a voice distorter app to pose as the fictional character Henneke. She had forged financial documents, faking her way through every loan application. There was no aristocratic lineage, no family fortune. Her parents did not know of any of her claims. She had been living a lie. Even in court, Anna remained unfazed. The courtroom became her runway, carefully curating her outfits for each hearing, turning it into her fashion show. As she once said, "If you show people shiny things, they can't see the important ones." It was the same trick she had pulled at 11 Howard, but deception could only take her so far. Anna Sorokin was charged with 2 counts of grand larceny in the first degree, 3 counts of grand larceny in the second degree, and theft of services. In 2019, she was sentenced to 4 to 12 years jail time. Less than 3 years later, on the 11th of February 2021, she was released for good behavior, but ICU detained her for overstaying her visa. Now with an ankle monitor, she faces a new kind of confinement. The world knows the truth. She had lied, stolen, and deceived. Yet the public response is unbelievable. Despite being under house arrest with an ankle monitor strapped to her leg and banned from social media, Anna is living better than most people, just as Variety magazine revealed. Her apartment is fully furnished, with people attending to her every need like she's royalty. She gives interviews whenever she pleases, whether it's to newspapers, podcasts, or magazines, though they have to come to her since she can't leave. Under her interviews comments section, the remarks are surprising. One person wrote, "She could be the perfect CEO of a company. She is emotionless, intelligent, cunning, and a great strategist." Others hyped her outfits, admiring her style. Every post about her, especially during her court hearings, were flooded with similar praise. People feel it's unfair that she received more jail time for stealing just $275,000, while Elizabeth Holmes, who defrauded investors in billions with her fake Theranos company, got a lighter sentence. Some people even blame Rachel Williams, saying she got what she deserved for trying to live a lifestyle she couldn't afford and make someone else pay for it. And Anna, she didn't care. In one interview, she compared herself to Elizabeth Holmes and made it clear that she is not remorseful. Even her lawyer admitted that Anna had become a role model for many, advising her to turn all that attention into something good and monetize it. And so she took a step further and participated in season 33 of Dancing with the Stars. She sold her life story to Netflix for a whopping $320,000 for a movie which became the 2022 series Inventing Anna. Julia Garner, who played as Anna Delvey, nailed her strange German accent and completely owned the role, just like Anna Delvey. Michelle Khare also had a big dream. The only difference is that hers wasn't a lie. Click the thumbnail on your screen to witness her inspiring story.